What up YouTube, Topaz Yates back for another review, and this one is to that Snoop Dogg Bible of Love, and I'm giving this one the green light, dude, because it's fire. Actually, it's so fire that I have my questions about it, to the point that I'm thinking, okay, a lot of these songs may not be completely original projects. They might be variations of other classic songs that's already came out in the gospel realm and all of that, man. But to be honest with you, I'm just not well versed in gospel music like that to actually pick these things out, even though like one song in particular I did somewhat fine. That Clark Sisters, that Pure Gold, like there's a video for that dating back to 2006 that's on YouTube right now. So with that being one song off this entire project that's pretty long, I wouldn't be shocked if there's a bunch more that's like that. And the reason why I have these questions is because these types of projects usually never work out. I mean, look at what DJ Khaled does, which is all but the same thing that Snoop Dogg is doing here, pretty much grabbing up a bunch of top artists and throwing them together in order to make a full project in his own right, even though Snoop Dogg is actually doing a little bit of work on here. But look at this project, man. It got Patti LaBelle, got Charlie Wilson, got Mary, got Marvin Sapp, got a bunch of top names within gospel all throughout this joint, man, much like how DJ Khaled goes snatch out Jay-Z, Future, snatch up anybody in the game and try to compile quality songs. But yet, no DJ Khaled project has ever come close to the quality level of this. So with it being on this level, you feel me? Like, it definitely has to raise some questions, but I'm not even mad at it because, as I said, I'm not well versed in this genre of music, So with this being the first time me being exposed to a bunch of these artists and these songs right here, man, I'm actually enjoying it. But I definitely know there is a solid selection of songs in here that is completely original, like the one that got Jazzy Faye up on there, of course, because it got like a hip-hop element to it, and a bunch of these joints that Snoop Dogg is rapping and such on, man, well, you know, I'm not that big of a fan of his particular tracks that he's doing his thing on, because Snoop Dogg in this aspect is a much better coach than he is a player. Like, look at him like Luke Walton, the coach of the LA Lakers right now, Like, he was once a player and he won multiple championships, but yet the best that he did in a season was average 11 points and get like 5 rebounds a game as well, Which, that's not that great, but yet he did his thing coaching for the Warriors, and he's not doing that bad with the Lakers, who's not really talented all like that right now to begin with, but yet they are balling though. But that's exactly how I look at Snoop, because his ear for music and the fact that he went out and got like a whole bunch of actual bands and everything to help these individual artists create these songs, if a good selection of them are original material and such, man, it's very well pieced together. He coached this one really well. It's just his individual songs, man, that he's on. He really doesn't do them much justice like all of these quality acts that he has on this project. But yet, this project is very important in the grand scheme of what Snoop Dogg has done throughout his entire career, because if you go back and look at all of his projects, how he came into the game with Dr. Dre and did a whole bunch of gangster music, from Doggy Style to Murder Was the Case that they gave me and all of that stuff, dude. But then he switched it up and got signed to Master P's label back then, No Limit, when No Limit was doing their thing. So he switched it up to a bit of South music, and then from there he flipped it up again to some player music somewhat, like with the Paid the Cost to Be the Boss type joint. And he continued to ride the wave of where the music industry continued to go, as he made like a whole auto-tune album and continued to go on in that direction, But this is important because there's not many people out there that's actually going towards the gospel realm, I mean, you got a lot of quality acts in there, like Lecrae, that's doing gospel, but it's straight up rap. You had a bunch of bad boy recording artists like Mace and such that would leave hip-hop and just go straight into the church, and they would be doing gospel, but yet they wouldn't be like releasing gospel albums. You got a guy like No Malice who just came out with a gospel record as well, man. You see in all of this, but it's not like full-fledged gospel music with these kinds of caliber of artists. And depending on the success of this project, man, we could definitely see a lot more artists try to go in this direction. Like Snoop Dogg is back to trying to pave the way to doing something unique and different. And I love that. That's why overall, man, I'm giving this joint, man, an 8 out of 10. Definitely go ahead and check this joint out, dude. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com that's down there to read today's article.